Hey everybody, it's Jared here at Big Pine Sports. You're looking at a 2019 Yamaha Wolverine X4. We're going to do a walk around and show you a little bit about the machine and how it works. We're going to bring you along for the ride. Alright you guys, so we're going to start out here on the front of the machine. We're going to come and pop open the hood. Just simply turn those to the left. The hood will come right off. Under here we have lots of amazing things. It's very simple. You got the battery up front, easy to charge, easy to get to. If you're not using it a lot through the winter, you're going to want to throw a trickle charger on there every once in a while. You've got a tool kit and a tire gauge on here as well. Radiator fill, however, all your fluids are going to be filled in the reservoir under the passenger wheel well, and we'll go over that in a minute. Also, you've got all of the fuses. Never seen this machine blow a fuse, nothing to worry about, just want you to know where they're at. Also, we have the speed limiter key. So there's two positions on this machine. If you have it in rabbit mode, it has full speed all the way up to the top mile per hour.
Now that's what I'll be one.
Sure,
No.
sure.
It's good to know that.
And then if you happen to have kids or someone that you want to have limited speed, you can turn this into turtle mode. You can even pull this key out and take it with you. That way when they get out of sight, out of mind, they can't turn it back up. Turtle mode will limit the machine to 25 miles an hour, so that's great if you're letting the youngsters ride the machine, or even the farmers and ranch hands are loving that feature because they can limit that top speed for the people that are driving the machine. Also on the machine, your air filter is located up front. What I love about this filtration system, it's up front, so you're pulling in clean, cool air from the front. To service the air filter, you're going to pop these silver tabs. You're going to take this cover off, and there's a foam filter right there, and underneath it there's also a paper backup filter. That foam filter is serviceable. You can spray it with solvent, wash it out with water, let it dry and re-oil it. It's important to re-oil that with foam filter oil and not a motor oil. That paper backup filter is just there in case you happen to forget to re-oil it. You should never have to maintain that one. Also on the front up here, you've got a big area that you can get to the radiator. If you happen to be out playing in the mud and it gets real muddy in there, you can stick the hose in, wash it out. You can also get all the weeds or grasses that collect up inside there. When you go to put the hood back on, all you're going to do is put that front in and give it a slight bow, and that'll pop right back in. Simply go along, there's 4 positions. You're going to pop that hood back on, turn those counterclockwise, and push them back down, and you're good to go. We've never had any issues with this machine with the hood coming off. Also on this machine, we've installed the new Warren winch. This is the Axon. It's the new latest, greatest winch that's out. Synthetic rope. It's a 3,500 pound. This winch, as all winches, you have the ability to free spool the winch. Let's say you're out riding, have some friends stuck in the mud 40 feet away. You can simply take and free spool that winch and pull it out as fast as you can run. If you happen to go to put the winch and make it go back in and it's not sucking back in, you just need to re-engage it. Okay?
Sweet.
That'll be when you get stuck.
Super easy. Also on this machine, as you can see on this side, we have done a tire and wheel upgrade package on this. We have the HDs on here from STI. We've done a 14-inch wheel, a 28-10-14 tire on there as well. This machine's street legal, so we went with more of a street legal type tire on this machine. Also on this machine down low here, you guys, we've installed your high lifter lift kit on here. No maintenance required on that. That gives you a little more ground clearance. We can put that taller tire on there. Again, no maintenance on that. You also have your brake reservoir here. Never seen them lose a drop of brake fluid, but just know that that's where it's located. Also, that front shock is adjustable. It's in the second to the softest setting. Just ride it where it's at right now and you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Over here on the door, you'll notice there's no door handle on the outside. Yamaha did this by design. The door handle's on the inside. That way it doesn't pack full of mud when you're out playing in the mountains.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm going to come over on the inside if you want to get to where you can see me a little bit closer. Maybe if you guys want to come over on this side. I'll show you some features from the inside of the machine. You're welcome to hop right in.
Thanks, honey.
So you do have tilt steer on this machine. pull that lever towards you, and you can move this up or down. When you turn the key in the on position, I want you to watch right here. There's going to be a purple light that'll come on. See that light?
Oh.
That'll come on every time you turn the key on. You don't need to watch for that, just know that it will come on. The only other times you'll see it any color is one, if it's blue. If it's blue, it's going to be cold outside. You're going to want to let the machine warm up until the blue light goes off. Otherwise, you're going to be limited on power and speed when that blue light is on. The only other times you'll see it a color is flashing red. I've never personally seen this happen. I've never had it happen to a customer, but flashing red means the machine is getting hot. If you see that flashing light, you'll also hear the machine beeping. Beep, beep, beep. That means you need to shut it down. If it happens to go solid red and a solid beep, beep, you need to shut it off because there's something going on. Again, this isn't something that we've seen happen, but maybe you're going down the trail, puncture the radiator with a stick or something like that, lose the coolant, it could overheat. So just be aware of that. Also here up on the gauge, you've got a helmet indicator. That light always stays on. Seatbelt indicator. This machine is limited from the factory to only do about 8 or 9 miles an hour unless you install the seat belt. Once you install that seat belt, you'll have full power. That's a safety precaution. So just know that that's there. Also, the big number is your speed, your fuel. Right now the machine's full of fuel, and as you run out of fuel, those bars will go clear. This middle button's gonna cycle this middle row. You go from an odometer to a trip. So right now there's 1.6 miles on your new machine.
It's about wore out.
Yeah, it's about wore out. That's from the mechanic setting it up and burnishing the brakes. You've got a trip B. You can also reset those back to 0 by holding that right button down for about 5 seconds and it'll go back to 0. Also on there you have a wrench. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with it. That just means 1.6 miles since the machine was either brand new or last serviced. Just a reminder for your service intervals. And then back to an odometer. Down here you've got the temperature of the machine. You can cycle between a clock, an hour meter on the machine, voltmeter, and back to the temperature of the machine. Also, while you're looking at the gauge, this top knob right here is going to cycle the 4-wheel drive. So if you're out playing in the wilderness, up in the mountains, get to some steep terrain, rock that knob to the right one time. It'll show you up here on the dash that you're in 4-wheel drive limited slip. This is going to be most of your 4-wheel drive situations, you know, going up Maple Canyon, across Wells. That'll be a great 4-wheel drive. You can have full speed in that mode as well if you're cat and mousing around at the sand dunes or something. Also, come to a complete stop, turn that to the right one more time. It'll go into differential lock. All 4 wheels are locked in and have equal power. Now keep in mind that's low speed, grunt force, rock crawling in Moab, pulling somebody out of the mud, really slow terrain. And even though the machine does have power steering, it'll be a little more difficult to steer. When that light is flashing, you need to pull forward or backward just a little bit to get those gears kind of lined up for that 4-wheel drive. Okay? And then just simply rock that back, 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. The bottom knob is going to be your headlights. All the way to the left is off, low beam and high beam. And as you can see, they're great bright lights there on the front. Also, while we're up here inside the cab, you have an actual park brake on the machine. Simply pull back on that park brake lever. You'll see the park brake light come on. This is awesome that you have an actual park brake instead of parking the transmission. On your previous machine that you guys had, if you parked on a steep incline, sometimes you'd have a hard time getting it out of park or into gear. You won't have that problem now with the Yamaha having an actual park brake on there. Just keep in mind that when you go to drive the machine, you're going to want that park brake off. If you see that light on, it's going to be, you need to make sure and turn it off. Once you hit a certain speed, I want to say it's 4 or 5 miles an hour, the machine will start beeping at you to let you know the park brake's on.
That's good to know for me.
Yes. Also, you've got a 12 volt here for charging cell phones, spotlight, all of that kind of stuff. This grab bar is adjustable. Just pop those tabs and there's 3 more positions closer to you that you can have that. You'll probably find for adults you won't need to adjust that. Here inside the glove box, you've got a big glove box, plenty of storage there for all your goodies. Also, while we're here in the front, you're gonna love this one. We've installed heated seats in this machine for you.
Thank you, sweet.
Yes, so up here on the dash, both the driver and the passenger are selected differently. You'll simply push down for low, middle for off, up for high. And that'll heat both your butt and your back. So
Wow.
you're gonna love that. Also, this switch right here is for your interior cab light. See there on the floor?
Yes.
So if you happen to drop something, it's late at night, hit that switch, it's gonna illuminate all the floor area. You're gonna be good to go.
Huh.
Also up here, you've got the switch for your light bar. See that, baby?
Nice.
That's the Yamaha light bar. We actually love the Yamaha branded bar because it mounts solid to the roll cage. It's not gonna jiggle on you at all. So simply turn it off or turn it on with that switch. You'll also see that it's illuminated there.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Nice.
Also on this machine, in this section, we've installed 2 USB chargers. This is going to be good for your cell phones or anything, any device that requires a USB charger. There's a dual high output there. Also, here is the switch for your lighted whips. As you see behind us, we'll go over those in a minute. You can turn those off or turn those on with the switch or with the wireless remote control.
Okay.
Last thing I'm going to show you.
I gotta see those. Oh, yes. Yes.
Nice, huh?
Yes.
Your winch control is also right here. In and out here on the winch control. Very easy to operate.
Okay.
Also on the inside of the cab here, you do have adjustable seat like an old pickup truck. Just slide forward and backward there. And then big storage here between the seats. I'm gonna hop out and show you a couple things around back. Oh, before we do that, while we're right here, let's talk about this windshield. This is the Super ATV full venting flip-up windshield. Right now it's in the upmost position. You are able to go out in the mountains and run with it up. They do have a firm enough strut that you can actually play out in the rough terrain with that up. If you want to take that and shut it, you just grab onto the sides.
Wow.
If it's cool in the morning and you don't want that airflow inside the cab, you can have it all the way shut. But let's say it starts to heat up during the day and you need a little bit of airflow. You can open that up on one side only for just over the driver, or you can do it over the passenger as well. Get you some nice airflow inside the cab. Again, heats up during the day, plastered with mud. Just take that baby, open it right up, and you're good to carry on.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
With this machine, we've also installed the Ryco Street Legal Kit on it. If you look up front here, you see the 3/4 inch amber LEDs that we've installed there. They also have the daytime running feature. So those lights are on for additional visibility. Just like in your car, there's a lever. If you want to come around this side, you can see. Down is going to be left. You can see the indicator lights up on the dash to let you know the turn signals are on. We've also installed the horn button on the end. Nice loud car style horn. You also have the 4-way hazard function. Simply pull out on that red lever. All 4 lights are going to illuminate. Again, you've got those indicator lights on the dash to let you know the turn signals are on. What I love most about the Ryco kit is they tie into the stock tail light housings. So they're really nice and bright, utilizing all those factory LEDs. You're going to love that Street Legal kit. To relieve the 4-way hazard function, just simply go up or down with the lever. Over here on this side, I want to point out something that most people are not aware of on the Wolverine. You do have a 12-volt for charging your cell phone or spotlight for the people in the back. So, nice feature there. Also around the back side, we've installed the Yamaha full back window. What you're going to like about this back window is we've learned with the full windshield on the Wolverine, it does pull a little bit of dust inside the cab. With that back window on, it helps keep all of that dust outside of the cab. With no windshield on the machine, no dust inside the cab. But once you install that front window on there, you're going to want to have the back window on as well. This back window is awesome. because you can take and unzip it and roll it up out of the way. There's also some storage compartments up here to roll it up and keep it out of the way. Also on your machine, we've installed the rear brush guard. I love the rear brush guard, gives it a nice beefy look and also some added protection on there. Your license plate, when you get that in the mail, is going to mount on this plate down here, and it's also illuminated at night. You also have a 2-inch receiver hitch down here. The same one that's in your truck will slide right in. You don't need to modify that at all like you do on some of the other brands. Another cool thing about the Wolverine X4, you guys, is as you put weight in the back, whether that's grandkids, firewood, gear, that rear shock is going to adjust for that weight automatically. So you always have that perfect ride height that you see right now. Come on over on this side. Couple more things for you folks. The fuel fill is on this side. Yamaha does recommend 97 octane or higher, so the mid-grade or higher. Right now we put the 88 non-ethanol in there. It's great fuel to have in there. The machine does have a full steel skid plate, front to back, side to side, so as you go and you bang across logs, rocks, obstacles, there's not going to be a problem hitting on there. Braking. So this is for you. The first 25 miles, we'd like you guys to not exceed half throttle. That's important to help get the belt braking procedure going, and vary the throttle. You know, go up to 30, down to 15, up to 40, down to 10. And just kind of play around with that throttle. We're in a great place to break in a machine because we've got different trains. Even around town, being street legal is a great place to break it in. A couple things that are really, really important. You're going to want to do the initial service at 150 miles. That gets the break-in oil out. We do offer a first service special here at Big Pine. It's $50 plus the parts. We're going to go through, we're going to spend a couple hours on the machine. We're going to change the front differential, rear differential, transmission, and engine oil. Go through the whole machine, make sure it's nice and tight for you, so be sure and bring it back. After that 150 miles, you'll be every 6 months or once every 1,000 miles, whichever comes first. Now that's important because you do have a 20-year, 5,000 hour, 100,000 mile warranty on this machine, as long as you service that correctly. There's nothing out there in the industry that has that type of warranty.
I'm going to be like 50, 20-year warranty.
Yeah, exactly.
That's better than the Lexus.
For sure. Other than that, the biggest thing is go have fun and share with your family.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
Come over on this side. We did something a little cool on this side. Oh, a couple more things actually on the inside. We do have the Axia Alloys fire extinguisher with the quick release mount. You know, there's a lot of fires that are happening in this industry. We hate to see it, and our condolences go out to those that have lost loved ones due to fires. Let's do what we can to help prevent that. This Axia Alloys mount can mount to any cage. You simply pull that, and then the fire extinguisher will come away from the machine, so you've got quick access to putting out a fire on a friend's machine or a fire out in the weeds. So these bottles are replaceable and they're inexpensive to do. Highly recommend that. Also, I know you guys have some grandkids. Couple other quick things. We did put some Axia Alloys dome lights. These are rechargeable. They're going to illuminate the cab for them while they're playing in the back. Really super cool, and we put one up front here for you guys as well. Just simply hold down on that. It's going to illuminate the cab at night. We do have the Axia Alloys 9-inch rear view mirror on here as well. I love this mirror. 6-inch extension arm gets it up where you can actually see it. And the Axia Alloys foldable mirrors.
Oh, that's cool.
Happen to go down the trail, smack a tree, they're going to fold out of the way if you're going in somewhere tight.
I've done that.
In the garage.
In the garage.
In the garage. Great place to have those. You know, these Wolverines, we've sold a ton of them. We're on a mission here at Big Pine Sports. We're going for #1 here in the nation. We're currently sitting at #4, and because of customers like you guys, we're able to pull that off. So we appreciate you coming into Big Pine Sports and share with your friends.
Thanks.
You get the
Thanks
family
for
discount.
your help.
Ask for the family
He's
discount.
our son. He's
If
awesome.
you guys would like more info, check us out on the web at bigpinesports.com. Give us a call, 435-427-3338. If you want to talk to me personally, my name's Jared. You can call or text me anytime, 435-851-3637. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks, my son.